Hello, my intelligent and knowledge seekers, Gemini. This is for you guys. I have battled with myself about doing the general readings because I just can't stick generals. I feel that people end up being more confused than clear about things by the end of them. However, I suppose there is a certain support that people find in those as well. But I will do monthlies. Hopefully, I'm quite busy, so actually I'm very busy, but I will make the effort. It's all about new projects for Aries this year, which I am, and I will do my best to support you guys with the monthly predictions as well, probably focused on love mainly, because I feel that if we are happy in our mind and heart, everything else kind of slots into place way easier, and the whole world is happier when everyone has got that sort of peace within themselves. However, I wanted to see how we are doing nearly 1 month into the new year, what we need to know. It's no coincidence it happened today, because we have Moon Pluto opposition. We are confronted with the truth, and we get a good glimpse of clarity coming through as well. Because I am quite adamant about being as specific as possible, I'm going to go by differentiate by gender and star sign, moon sign, and rising sign, so doing them separately, see if there is any different advice. Perhaps there isn't, perhaps there is. We shall see what's coming up, but I will try to be as specific as possible for you, so you really find some good guidance in this. I'm not going to focus on anything in particular right now, because I want to see what we need to know. I want us to learn to listen to what we need to know, rather than trying to force the guides and the spirit guides to give us what we want. Yeah, that is not right. So I'm just going to try and see if this is, I'm going to put it back and pull it out again, and pull another card, see if it's coming out again, to convince me that it is in particular for Gemini. So I'm going to focus right now on Gemini star sign. Let's see what is the advice for Gemini star sign now in at the end of January. Okay, I believe you need to find balance in how you build on your solid foundation in order to achieve further. So if you felt like things have been slow, or things are slow, if you felt like you've not been free enough, you've been restricted perhaps in achieving what you wanted to achieve, you need to understand that there is a price for everything, and you have to plan accordingly. And you got to find your patience. So I suppose patience is a big key here, especially for fast moving and quick of spirit and mind Geminis. You guys are really good at catching information. You retain easily. You are absolutely brilliant when it comes to mind, when it comes obviously to communication, with Mercury being your ruling planet as well. But you have to learn that everything takes time if we want it to be solid and lasting. And you are supported by the universe. As long as you plan for the long term, you are supported by the universe, and it will be a strong, solid foundation that will make your wishes come true. Okay, so let's have a look and see. I feel that this is in general for Geminis, both women and men. I will have a look and see if we have a distinction between the women and men, though, just to make sure, to be on the safe side. I believe it did apply for both women and men, what I said earlier, and I believe that this one applies for both as well. It's about having peace of mind when it comes to achieving your goals. Again, it's taking me back to your wishes, to what you're building towards, to doing all this from a place of calmness, because of your quickness, you might not be taken seriously sometimes, or you might feel, because you're also very intelligent, you might feel like there is so much to do, so you're trying to go quickly through everything and anything. You're restless. Obviously, this would differ depending on everyone else's other strong influence on their birth chart, but generally speaking, Geminis are like this. They are very quick, very intelligent, restless and impatient, and because of that, you need to work on these aspects of your personality so you can build and achieve more than you have already, because you're supported, the energy is working with you in that direction, and you have to work with the energy in the direction that is you're supported in, because no one wants to piss against the wind, do they? Or that wouldn't be wise. Now let's have a look and see if we get anything different for Gemini rising. Let's see, Gemini rising. Any specific advice for Gemini rising quickly? Healing again. So you lot also have to work on yourselves, and you need to focus on healing, self-healing. You've been busy, whether intentionally, so you kept yourself busy, or life thrown quite a bit at you, but that was because you were meant to heal yourself, whether you realized or not. So if you haven't healed yourself, if you haven't spent time on self-healing, it is now important that you do it. You have to take a conscious decision of healing yourself and working on your patience and on how you think, because you need to feel supported. You need to feel you're going in the right direction. But if you don't take the time, if you don't stop and think about it properly and just go with what crosses your mind and keep going about and staying active and busy, you're missing the point. And you can't just carry on like this as if it's not happening. You can't ignore the problem. It's not going to go away. So again, very, very similar advice for Gemini rising as it is for the Gemini sun signs. Stop, pause, focus on self-healing, impatience in particular, I feel, and that tendency to quickness, because this year for Geminis is about focusing on themselves, on what makes them feel happy, fulfilled, achievers, and focusing on learning things in a more structured, maybe not just structured, sustained way. Okay, so it's all about learning not to be so impatient and fast. I do understand you, don't get me wrong. On a personal level, as an individual, I completely get you. I have no patience, and I am everything with me is about fast working solutions. What is the best solution? It has to be the best though, yeah? So not just the fastest, but the best as well. So I completely get you, but sometimes we need to, it's not that that's not good, but others could perceive it in the wrong way if we are too quick, because not everyone is just as quick, okay, on one hand. And on the other hand, it's not so much about what others feel or think, it's about getting hold of yourself and getting on top of your own personality, self-control, self-mastering. And let's see if there is anything different for Gemini moon people. Maybe there isn't, but we just don't want to be wishy-washy, do we? We want to be thorough. With Gemini moon, I feel there is a bit of I will double check just to make sure. There is a bit of disappointment, feeling unsupported, unlucky in getting some justice. So you might have had a business not going quite the right way. You might want a business to take off and you feel like it's not taking off. You might want to start the business and it's not about not taking off, but it's about how slow it all is when it comes to getting all the paperwork and the legal aspects done, sorted. Or it could be that you just want your everything to do with your position in society, your legal situation, legal official, I don't know. This could be just as simple as being in a new country or being in a new position in a company, like a new role. So you want everything to be done quick on one hand, but at the same time you want to feel that you have that support and that you're being backed, and you're, let me see, it's more about the energy. So you know, you could fall into that trap. We are talking after all about the moon signs, the moon Gemini, so it's about how you feel, is not about how it is necessarily. But you know, things obviously happen in such way that make you feel like you don't get the support that you need, and is generally speaking about the energy, not the people. It could be people obviously, but it's not necessarily somebody in particular. Is that kind of energy and that kind of feeling is like, oh, why is not going, you know, in the right direction? Why everyone gets you know, their opportunity, their breakthrough, what happens for other people is not happening the same for me. Well, it will happen, okay? So it will happen. You have the Six of Swords here. There will be movement forward into the right direction for you. You'll get the support that you need, again, from the universe more than anyone else. But of course it has to, on a human level, on a mundane level, it has to be manifested in some way. So there would be probably people obviously around you that will make things happen for you, but that is, you know, because the energy and the universe are supporting you in that direction. And you need to make plans, you need to be clear in your mind, and you must not think. So you got to get out of that feeling of not being supported. Very, very important. Right, hope this helped you, Geminis, all of you, and see you soon. See you with the February monthlies. Love you lots. Bye.